Ryan Wedding, ex-Olympian turned drug lord, charged with murdering witness. FBI offers $15 million reward. The FBI is offering a $15 million reward for anyone who can help find former Olympian turned alleged drug lord Ryan Wedding. Ex-Olympian Ryan Wedding was indicted on murder, money laundering, and drug trafficking charges in connection with a large criminal enterprise. The fugitive is accused of importing 60 metric tons of cocaine annually, and the FBI is offering a $15 million reward for his capture. The charges include murdering a U.S. federal witness in Colombia to prevent them from testifying against him. Wedding is currently a fugitive on the FBI 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list, with the FBI offering a massive $15 million reward for his capture. U.S. law enforcement leaders, including Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel, announced the indictment of Wedding during a press conference on November 19 at the Department of Justice headquarters. Wedding, 44, is accused of killing a U.S. federal witness who was gunned down in a restaurant in Medellin, Colombia, before he could testify against Wedding. The indictment charges the Canadian national with the following: murder in connection with a continuing criminal enterprise and drug crime, witness intimidation, tampering and retaliation, money laundering, conspiracy to distribute and export cocaine. Bondi stated that Wedding's organization, which works closely with the Mexican-based Sinaloa Cartel, is responsible for importing 60 metric tons of cocaine to the U.S. from Mexico each year, netting an annual billion-dollar profit. Officials believe he is hiding in Mexico, speaks both English and Spanish, and is being protected by the Sinaloa Cartel. Reward increased to $15 million. By the numbers, $15 million. Reward being offered by the FBI for Wedding's capture. $2 million. Additional reward being offered for information leading to those involved in the witness murder. 60 metric tons. Cocaine allegedly imported to the U.S. from Mexico annually by Wedding's organization. $3.2 million. Recovered cryptocurrency during the investigation. $13 million. Recovered physical assets during the investigation. 35+ number of people who have been indicted so far in connection with the case. The assistant director of the FBI's Los Angeles field office, Akil Davis, said, Wedding went from shredding powder on the slopes at the Olympics to distributing powder cocaine on the streets of U.S. cities and in his native Canada. Attorney General Pam Bondi called Wedding a top threat to the U.S. and one of the most prolific and violent drug trafficking organizers in the world. FBI Director Kash Patel likened the scale of the operation to organized terrorism. He's responsible for a narco-terrorism program we have not seen in a long time. You do not get to be a drug dealer and evade the law, Patel said. Undersecretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, John K. Hurley commented on the financial efforts. The Treasury is joining with the FBI and Department of Justice to cut Wedding and his criminal partners off from the U.S. financial system and help dismantle the network they rely on. Our goal is simple: make it difficult for criminals like this to profit from poisoning our communities. Wedding competed for Canada in the 2002 Winter Olympics in Utah in the men's parallel giant slalom event, where he finished in 24th place. He is charged with overseeing the criminal enterprise and enriching himself with laundered drug proceeds. The indictment also includes charges related to the November 20, 2023, murders of 2 members of a family in Caledon, Ontario, Canada, allegedly committed in retaliation for a stolen drug shipment that passed through Southern California. He is now accused of being the largest distributor of cocaine in Canada. 10 others arrested in Operation Giant Slalom. The following defendants were arrested Tuesday as part of the second phase of a law enforcement action entitled Operation Giant Slalom. Deepak Balwant Paradkar, 62, of Thornhill, Ontario, Canada. Atna Ona, 40, of Laval, Quebec, Canada. Gursuak Singh Bao, 31, of Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Alastair Chapman, 33, of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Ahmed Nabil Zitoun, 35, of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Carmen Yelinet Valois Flores, 47, of Bogotá, Colombia. Yuliath Catherine Tejada, 36, of Orlando, Florida, who is a legal permanent resident of Colombia. Edwin Basra Hernandez, 31, of Montreal. Wilson Riascos, 45, of Cali, Colombia, and Roland Sokolovsky, 37, of Toronto. Wedding is charged with offenses that carry a maximum sentence of life in federal prison if convicted. Law enforcement continues to search for Wedding and the following 3 defendants. Rashid Pascua Hassin, 32, of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Bianca Canastillo Madrid, 37, of Mexico City, and Tommy DeMorizzi, 35, of Montreal, who is believed to be a fugitive in the Dominican Republic. The investigation, Operation Giant Slalom, involves dedicated partners collaborating in multiple countries, including the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and Colombian National Police, to capture Wedding and dismantle his network. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call 1-800-CALL-FBI or visit tips.fbi.gov. This report is based on information directly from a major law enforcement announcement made on Wednesday, November 19, by leaders at the Department of Justice headquarters in Washington, D.C. The details, including the indictment charges, the $15 million reward, and the scale of the drug operation, are attributed to Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel, and other officials like Undersecretary John K. Hurley and Assistant Director Akil Davis.